Hello friends, welcome to CS tutorial. Today we'll be solving problem 1441, build an array with stack operations. The question says, given an array target and an integer n, in each iteration you will read a number of lists. Build a target array using the following operations. A push operation to read new elements from the beginning of the list and push it in the array. Pop to delete the last element of the array. If the target array is already built, stop reading more elements. This is a very important statement to keep in mind, as you'll see in the code. You are guaranteed that the target array is strictly increasing, only containing numbers between 1 and n inclusively. Return the operations to build the target. You're guaranteed the answer is unique. So for example, we have target, we have 1 and 3 as our target, and we have n will be equal to 3. So the operations here is push, push, pop, push. And essentially we push 1 and then we push 2, but 2 is not part of the target, so we have to pop 2. Then we push the next element, which is 3. 3 is a part of the target, and 3 is the n value that we're looking for, so we stop at 3, and that's our output. Essentially, if we take a look at the second example, it says the target is 1 2 3, n is still 3, so we have push push push, because every of the value we've encountered between 1 and n are included in the target. The next one is, next example, we have target as 1 and 2, our n is 4. But remember, it says if the target array is already built, stop reading more elements. Here we have push, we push 1 and 1 is part of the target. We push 2 and 2 is part of the target. And as you can see, the target array, the target list is already built. So based on that statement, we stop building the array, the list at this point. We only need to return 2 inputs in our list. If we look at a fourth example, our target is 2 3 4 and n is 4. So we have our first push, which is 1. 1 is not a part of it, so we have to pop that out. And then we have a push of 2. 2 is a part of the array. 3 is a part of the array. 4 is a part of the array or the list. And we return that as our output. So without wasting too much time, we're going to go ahead and solve this problem. We're going to be using a hash set to um, initially store the target value, and this is going to help speed up our code a little bit more. So we'll store the target value in a hash set, each entry in the target in a hash set, and we will need an array list to compile a list of our output. And I think that is all we're going to be using um, for the solution for this problem. Without wasting too much time, we will go ahead and start the code. To start off, I would like to make a quick check and say if n is equal to 1, we don't need to do anything. We just need to, well, we do need to initially define our result list as a string. We call this a list. We call to new array list. And I will say um, if n is equal to 1, list dot add push and return list. And essentially that's our first check. We'll go ahead and define our hash set. This is going to be an integer. It's going to take integer values. We'll call this set to be equal to new hash set. And we'll also need the length, which I'll call len, equal to of the target array. But well, this is the position of the last element in the target array. And I'll show you as we go forward why we need this. Okay, so first of all, if we pass the first test, we want to add every element in our list um, into our hash set I plus plus. We say map dot add target of I. And once this is done, the rest is just to validate what elements we're putting our um, into our list, what values we're putting into it. The boundaries here is going to be I is equal to 0, or I is less than or equal to n, because n is inclusive, and I plus plus. And we say uh, our list dot add, and for the sake of this project, this code, I'm just going to define strings here. String push to be equal to push, and pop, which should be equal to pop. So we add push to the list, and we say if map dot contains, if our set, oh pardon me, I've been using map, I'm used to hash maps. If our set does not contain the element I, the value of I, if it doesn't contain the value of I, then we need to add a pop to our result. And we also need to check if I is equal to target, and this is where we need the position of the last element in our target array. If this is true, we just want to return our list. Else, if we get through all this, we want to return our list. And if we run this code, oh, it gives us a wrong answer. I think we missed something somewhere. Uh, we have push, pop, push, push, pop, push. Okay. Mm, target dot length. We add the target of I, and oh, so we're supposed to start from 1 and not from I. And if we run this code, we should have the correct answer now. Yes, so you can see, and if we submit this code, we have the correct answer. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.